Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much, as always, for your tweets. Shaka Hislop with us in the studio. Shaka, come on, you've got to show everybody.
Socks?
You've got to show everybody your socks.
Look at my socks.
I think, there you go, look at them.
But they have significance, Dan.
Explain what the significance is, Shaka.
It's the replica of my of that classic Newcastle United shirt.
Pull them out, look, there you go.
There it is.
There you are.
Remember my Newcastle shirt back in the day?
Yes. Newcastle Brown was
That's right.
sponsors, yeah.
That's what it's after.
Look at that.
I got these from soccerclub.com.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you very much for that plug.
Oh, welcome to Soccer Club.
Meanwhile, Jules, what happened to you today getting dressed? Because you look like you're not quite dressed or like just about getting undressed. Oh, we haven't got Jules.
Oh,
maybe you had to get redressed then. Oh, apparently we're getting him back. That's good. Is Stevie here? Who's
here?
Hey, Stevie! Hey! He's dressed. That's good. I don't have the questions, so I'm going to have to read them off the screen, which is
good luck.
difficult with my eyes.
Good luck,
But here we go then. What is the first question, please, producer? Are we now getting to the beginning of the end for Jose Mourinho at Spurs? How long will the board, players and fans put up with inconsistencies and awful performances, Stevie?
I don't think it is getting towards the end. Listen, they may be in sixth position, and everybody says, well, the end of last year they were top of the table. The fact is that they're still in touch with the top four. And so while they're in touch with the top four, I think they're still in the cup competitions as well. Then I don't think anything's changing anytime soon.
Apparently Jules is with us now.
Oh, is he dressed?
I don't know. Let's see. Can we see Jules at least? There's Stevie. Let's see. No, it's Jules. What's happened?
It's not my fault. I don't know. The call cut, and then here I am again.
But why are you half dressed?
For once, I'm not responsible for once.
Why are you half dressed, Jules?
Why is he half dressed?
Well, because look, you either wear a tie, surely, if you do your top button up, or
well, Jules always buttons his top
No,
button
this
up.
is the trend.
Jules always has his top button up. He does.
No, always. Thank you, Shaka. When were you born, Dan?
Never.
When were you born?
Never.
How old are you? Yeah. This is the trend. This is...
Oh, Jules, I don't think you can do that again. Jose Mourinho, what's going to happen? Jules?
I mean, I don't know any more excuses why they're not doing well, they're not performing. I mean, Harry Kane, of course, not being there, it's a huge blow and it's a big loss. And it's for Son, I mean, he looked like he was, I don't know, he looked lost on the pitch and clearly he was sad that his best friend wasn't there. I just think this is not new. I think they've had issues before. We mentioned it many times on the show, the games where they were leading and then suddenly sit back so deep that they invited the pressure from the opposition and they usually conceded late. Wolves, Fulham, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, all those games where they dropped points because Mourinho asked them to do something that was wrong.
Still can't find my questions.
All right.
They told me they printed them. I got so many bits of paper.
My prediction: next season, Mourinho's last at Spurs.
That's really putting your neck out.
I'm just trying to give you some time to find your questions.
I think they've lied to me. I don't think
they're busy worrying about whether Jules is dressed or not. You can't get your own questions. The socks are looking good as ever. My socks. Where did you get my socks? There they are. My socks are on TV again.
Okay, right. Let's get on with this.
Right, what's happening? You found your questions?
No, I'm going to read the questions off the screen.
Okay. So what are you looking for?
Well, because it's much more fluid if I can just read them, because otherwise we're waiting. Jules, with today's defeat, if PSG finishes second by the end of the season, is Pochettino in a huge pressure already? What's the goal in Champions League this season as well?
The main priority is the Champions League. Of course, they expect to win the league, and they might still do or might not, as the viewer said. They might finish second or third, as we saw. Lille and Lyon are going really strong too. But the Champions League will be the one. If they lose to Barcelona in the last 16 and then don't win the league, then it will be a terrible start for Pochettino, a terrible 6 months in charge. However, if they go, let's say, to the semi-final, for example, of the Champions League, even to the quarter-final, depending on the draw and who they lose to, etc., even if they don't win the league, but there's some progress in the way they play, not like today, but there's progress, they play better, they manage to extend the deals of Neymar and Mbappe, I don't think the pressure would be that high on him.
The printer is out of paper. We can tell you an update. So they've emailed me the question, Shaka. And Stevie, did you ever have a story leaked to the media where it was true, but it still caught you off guard? Transfer news, fighting training, coaching change, etc.
You asking me?
Yes, you played.
I thought you were asking Stevie.
Did I ever?
I've never.
I'm sorry. That didn't make any sense. Did I ever what?
So did you ever have a story leaked to the media that was true, but you were surprised the media knew about it?
No.
I've got one. Well,
there we go.
Not really a footballing story.
Oh, Shaka.
So, one year, my wife got me a flying lesson.
Right.
So, I loved it. So I decided I'm going to do a private pilot's license, which you may or may not know, the FA frowns upon.
Oh, really?
It's too risky. You know, they don't like you to ride motorbikes, that type of thing. But, so I signed up to do my lessons, and, you know, you have to do a certain number of hours to get your private pilot's license. Next thing, there's a TV show on Saturday mornings. Somebody calls in and says, yeah, Shaka's signed up to do his private pilot's license. So I got called in to Glenn Roder, was the manager at the time. He calls me into the office like, what's this about you doing? I was like, nah. It's like, my wife got me one lesson, that was it. I had to call the airport up and complain to get a full refund.
Wow.
So that's about it.
So when you
I just remembered one, Dan.
You laughed at the question before, Stevie, and now you're got an answer.
I just remembered one.
Go on.
Well, when I was at Sheffield Wednesday, in the middle of winter, I took the dogs for a walk down this down by a river, and basically one of the dogs, the river had completely frozen over, and one of the dogs chased a duck right into the middle of it and went through it. Ooh. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do here? So I thought, you know what? So I put my foot on the ice and it was solid. So I started gently trying to make my way out to get the dog, and I went under. So then I had two other dogs with me because I had 3 dogs at the time. So there was one in the middle of the water. The retriever was on the side barking, and the mongrel I had was jumping in beside me and wouldn't leave me alone. So I'm trying to swim away from the mongrel because it keeps jumping on me, while still trying to reach the other one to try and pull that out. So I couldn't move, and I tried to pull myself back out, and you can't pull yourself out. I had a big jacket on and boots and everything, so I took my jacket off, took my trainers actually, took them off, and tried to get out, and I couldn't get out anyway, so I started trying to break the ice. By this time, the dog had made its way almost to the edge. So by this, I've been in the water for 20 minutes, right? Anyway, I saw this girl, so I started shouting for her to try and help me. So she came down, and she had this huge, big, long lead, and she was chucking it. So I'm breaking the ice, and eventually I got the end of it, and then she pulled on it, and I got pulled out.
Wow.
But my car keys and everything were in the jacket that were under the water. So I lived like about a mile away from where the river was. So the girl said, I'll tell you what, you keep walking and I'll run back to my house and get the car and I'll come and get you. So I'm walking with these 3 dogs and I'm absolutely freezing. And eventually she came back, I met her in the car park and she took me home. So the following day I got her some flowers, went round to her house and, thanked her for her help and all the rest of it. And then about 3 days later, she was on breakfast telly talking about how she'd saved a footballer from drowning in Sheffield. I was like, So of course, and then I got into work and everybody's going, oh, you kept that one quiet. So, well, the smartest thing to do was it walking on the ice.
Wow, Stevie.
Oh, goodness
what
me.
an adventure.
Oh.
You sure the dog wasn't trying to drown you because you kept calling it a mongrel?
Honestly. Honestly.
Okay, well, right. Jules, where would you tell Haaland to go in the summer if you're his agent?
West Ham.
We can get ahead of Antonio, according
Newcastle.
to you.
I thought Shaka was going to say Newcastle with Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So I said to Gab before, I think he has to go now because I'm not sure how much more he will improve at Borussia Dortmund unless Marco Rose comes as a manager, but they need a good manager for him to still be improving. Right now it's too easy for him at Dortmund and I think too often he's let down by the rest of the team apart from Jadon Sancho and sometimes Joe Reyna, I guess. But where would he go? I think I would tell him to go to Manchester City and work with Pep and with that team. And I think he would get to the next level.
Do you remember any transfer window as uneventful as this one, given that Lingard is the marquee signing so far? Jules, I've just been sent a message regarding the fact that Liverpool and Marseille had come close to an agreement for Caleta-Car, but that is off now.
Yeah, Caleta-Car, the Marseille centre-back, which, again, RMC in France reporting it. I just don't think Liverpool had the kind of money that Marseille would ask for Caleta-Car, which would be around 20 million euros. That's why they went for Ben Davies from Preston for £2 million, because I think financially they were certainly limited right now, and I think they will invest bigger in the summer to find another centre-back, like maybe a better centre-back or a more high-profile centre-back to what they got now. I'm not sure if Caleta-Car, who's left-footed player, which is what they were looking for, so is Ben Davies, and so are the others they were linked with, like Sven Botman. But I'm not sure they had that kind of money to spend right now, but that's what RMC are reporting tonight on Sunday night in France.
Stevie, it's quite something, isn't it? Liverpool relying on a centre-back from Preston to arguably save their season.
Well, it's just the crazy times we're in, isn't it? I mean, it's the strangest season ever. Liverpool find themselves with an injury crisis. They find themselves with certainly not wanting to waste 20 million at a time where they don't have that much money, and so they're going to go and buy somebody for 3 million and play them. Crazy times. That's about all I can tell you.
To Shaka, does Messi deserve that contract despite Higuain not scoring in the World Cup final?
I could only give Higuain more money. I don't know. Who's worth $500 million?
I don't know. But I can't believe it's a big story as it is. It's like we all knew he was getting paid lots of money.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just to see it confirmed, as Jules was saying, to see it confirmed in the way that it has, and in particular in the time, given what happened last summer, what may very well happen this coming summer. But the truth is, I've not been able to make sense of the money in football for quite some time, transfer fees or otherwise. So I didn't.
Well, you benefited, but you were the most expensive goalkeeper in England at one stage, weren't you?
Well, that was a long time ago. I'd have to work 1,000 years of what making Newcastle at that time to make what Messi's making.
Could Shaka tell us what it was like on international duty when he had to leave the UK cold to the Caribbean heat? You must have loved international duty.
I maintained my professional focus throughout.
Wow, Shaq. That must have been awesome.
I maintained my professional focus.
Did you ever come back late,
throughout.
Shaka?
Yeah, of course he must have come back late.
Nope.
No?
Be honest, to stay a bit more on the beach.
Never did. I was always back on time. There was one high-profile time, that a bunch of the players stayed. I was injured. I'd broken my leg. I wasn't involved in the national team.
Right. Is that Dwight York?
Yeah.
Manchester United?
Yeah.
Sir Alex, was it?
We played Canada. Trinidad and Tobago played Canada, beat Canada to qualify for the next round, I think it was. And what they used to do, they used to get a helicopter from the stadium, because the flights is, there's only one flight back to England.
Yeah.
So there were a bunch of Canadian players also playing in Europe. So they used to get a helicopter to take all these players from the national stadium to the airport. But en route, they flew over one of the popular bars, middle of Port of Spain. The boys were like, no, let's head back. But then all the Canadian players get back on time, But all the Trinidad players are back late, so that caused a bit of a
hoo-ha.
A hoo-ha.
A bit of a hoo-ha?
Yes, but I was not involved. And if I were fit, I would have gone straight back. Retaining my professional focus.
Of course.
I've seen you in action, Shaq.
I don't know what you're talking about. Professional focus.
That is it. Thank you. Stevie, be careful of any lakes or ice.
You want to see my socks again?
Whatever.
Okay, thank you very much, Stevie and Jules. We will be back tomorrow. No one cares about your socks now, Shaq. You've done that, mate.
I love these socks.
Hey, by the way.
Go on.
By the way, Dan, a few years after that,
somebody
actually sent me the contents of my pockets, including a couple of £. My car keys, a couple of quid, and some bits and bobs that were in my pocket. They fished the jacket out.
Really? Wow.
What?
They knew it was you because obviously your name was in the wallet.
Must have been, I don't know.
Stevie, just to clarify, you weren't naked when you got out of the lake.
No. I had my clothes on.
3 dogs walking down the lake. What a sight for everyone. That is it then. We'll be back tomorrow for more.
You haven't people being undressed.
Sorry?
You spent a lot of time talking about people being undressed.
No, it sounded like he had to get rid of all his...
You start off extra time with Jules undressed, you finish with Stevie undressed.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Shaq. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.